Hello everyone, welcome to my chemistry channel BL Das, short and sweet in chemistry. Now I am going to the topic that is hybridization in organic compounds. Though we learned hybridization in 11th class, that is chemical bonding chapter, but it is very important in organic compounds, especially the compounds where hybridization takes place. Then question is, what is hybridization? Simply we know what is hybridization in inorganic chemistry. The chapter is chemical bonding. But what do you mean by hybridization? Hybridization means mixing of atomic orbitals. Atomic orbitals, they will mix having different energy. First, they will mix with different energy, then redistribution of energy level, that is a new orbitals is formed. Redistribution of energy which is there, and after that it will go to different orbital, new orbital having equivalent energy and shape also, equivalent shape, equivalent energy, and that is called, this new orbital is called hybrid orbital, and the phenomenon is called hybridization. I hope it is clear. Again, see, the atomic orbitals having different energy, they will intermix. After mixing these orbitals having different energy, and redistribution takes place to a new orbital having equivalent energy and shape. That is called, the new orbital is called hybrid orbital, and the process, the phenomenon is called hybridization. But question is there, why hybridization takes place in this organic compound? Why it is necessary to see the hybridization? Otherwise it is not satisfied the bonds in in organic compounds. Then what happened here? Carbon always forms a chemical bond, that is covalent bond within the atoms. Suppose methane. In methane, you can see there are four bonds, that is covalent bonds. You know covalent bond mean, that is formed by sharing of electrons. Here the word is not come to that mean atomic orbital. You hide this one, atomic orbital is, you forget. Only see what is covalent bond. Covalent bond mean sharing of electrons between atoms. Then sharing of electrons between atoms, now carbon and hydrogen, carbon this hydrogen, and this hydrogen, this hydrogen. That means here four covalent bonds are formed. Till now we have not seen about the energy, about the length, shape, all the things. And similarly, methyl alcohol, here also this side one bond, this side, and everywhere four bonds are there, because we know carbon has four valency. Four valency of carbon should be satisfied. Then how? By sharing of electrons, by forming covalent bonds. Here you can observe, this is ethyne. In ethyne, in middle there are three bonds, three covalent bonds, and after that you can observe this side also one covalent bond, and one covalent bond, and here three covalent bond. And what do you mean by three covalent bond? Here one is a covalent bonds are two types. One is sigma bond, another is pi bond. Sigma bond means head on head overlapping of orbitals. Now here up to here we see what is covalent bond and how they form by sharing of electrons. Now in ethyne you can observe then what type of other covalent bonds. One is sigma bond, which is very strong, and this is taking by by head and head overlapping of orbitals. One orbital contain one electron, this orbital contain one electron, then there is head and head overlapping, then only it called sigma bond. And pi bond, other one is pi bond. Pi bond means they have only lateral overlapping. Lateral overlapping, they will put like this, and here one lobe is formed, and below also one lobe is formed, and two lobes give pi bond, which is very weak. And now it is very weak. That means in compared to sigma and pi, sigma is strong and pi is weak. Now here involve the word atomic orbital. That means, what do you mean by atomic orbital? Orbital having the area where the electrons you can find easily. You can find electrons more. That means the area where you find electron more, that is called atomic orbital. Atomic orbital, what are the type of atomic orbital? S, P, D, F. S is the lowest energy, and gradually the energy of the orbital increases. SP, that is very important for the generally bond formation in organic compounds. And here we will see how the bonds are formed and what are the bonds and why the orbital comes to work and why there is the same type equivalent energy and shape in overlapping in that forming bonds. Why only 4 covalent bond, not 2? Because carbon has valency 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. 2p2 means there are 2 p electrons in outermost shell. So there would be 2 bonds. But actually it is not the case. Carbon has having 4 valency. It can form 4 bonds, not 2 bonds. It is a tetravalent, not a divalent. From that, we will see how the hybridization war takes place. Now I told covalent bonds are two types. One is sigma bond and the other one is pi bond. Sigma is the strong one, pi bond is the weak one. Sigma is formed by head-on-head overlapping of atomic orbital, just like SS in hydrogen, PP in chlorine, PX in chlorine, and SS. SS also, this is the head-on-head overlapping for hydrogen, and this is PX overlapping, head-on-head overlapping for chlorine. When in hydrochloric acid also, in hydrochloric acid, one side is S, other side is PX. That means SPX, again head-on-head overlapping. And now when come to pi bond here, that is lateral overlapping. Lateral overlapping which gives pi bond. First form sigma bond, and after that if PYP Z orbital contain again one electron each, then they give lateral overlapping like this. Lateral overlapping, above one is pi bond, one lobe, and below also one lobe, and that form two lobes form one pi bond, which is very weak and very active also. Now these covalent bonds are responsible for the geometrical shape. Why? Because they are oriented in specific direction. Since they are oriented in a specific direction, they form geometrical shape. That is why you can see in different instrumentation, that is geometrical shape can be detected. What is the geometrical shape? So many geometrical shapes are there, tetrahedral, pyramidal, like so many shapes are there where we can see that what is the orientation. Then here, if you come to specially to organic compounds, carbon is responsible. Carbon forms sigma bond, pi bonds. Sigma bonds is formed with carbon, and sigma is formed within carbon and hydrogen. Similarly, pi bond also formed within carbon and carbon, which you can find in ethine and in ethene. So we will see in organic compounds first electronic configuration of carbon, that is what is the atom number? 6. 1s2, 2s2, P2. 1s2, 2s2, P2 means here the first cell, K cell, has 2 electron which is in S subcell and 4 electron which is in S and P. That cell is L cell. That means there are 2 cells, K and L, and K 2 electron, L 4 electron. Out of 4 electron, 2 are in S orbital, 2 are in the P orbital. And you know each orbital first filled by 1 electron, and after that it will pairing takes place. Now in ground state, simply you put this one 1s2, this one is not necessary for to write ground state, only you write the outer shell 2 as 2 electron, okay, and P2 mean Px, Py, Pz is vacant. Px, Py each contain 1 electron. Now it is clear, it is ready for the formation of bond with other, okay. But you find S is the that is spherical shape, Px, Py that is dumbbell shape, where Px is the direction to like this is the Px, Py, Pz. This is Px, this is Py, and this is Pz. Now you can find Px, Py, Pz are having three orientation, and it can form bond like this. S orbital and P orbital, out of two orbitals, which is lower energy? S orbital is lower energy, whereas P orbital has higher energy in compared to S orbital. So you know how happens, the lower energy should be filled fast, then you will go to higher energy level. Now if you see how here two are unpaired electron in Px, Py orbital, that means they are ready to form bonds, that is divalent. That should be divalent, but now till now you never find carbon divalent, it is a tetravalent. Then how? S orbital is lower energy than this. That is why here two orbital having two unpaired electron, that is not responsible for the bond formation, that is 4 bonds. That is why scientists thought that should be excited. Which one will be excited? This one. 2s, that means that L cell is there. Here it is excited to here. Now see, this is excited to here. How many? 2s 1 electron, Px, Py, Pz is contain 1 electron. Now they are ready. Their 4 electrons are ready to form bonds. But is it the correct bond formation? Is the bond which is bonds which are formed that is correct? Again scientists they calculation takes place. They thought then if the S is the lower energy, P, X, P, Y, P, Z equivalent energy, but it is higher than S orbital, then what to do? Then the bonds should be different energy. They are not equivalent bond. They are not equivalent energy. Then the question arises. Suppose let us simply methane. In methane you can see here it is S and P. It is S and P, and this is S and P, but it is S and S. See, S, S, this is S, P, S. Now here, according to science, according to chemistry, these three bonds are equivalent, energy equivalent, length equivalent, but here it is different because S energy is lower energy than P. So when SS overlapping takes place, that has lower energy than SP, SP, SP. But actually when it is observed by mass spectrometry and other experiment, these 4 orbitals are equivalent. They have equivalent energy. There is no less and high energy. Equivalent energy, bond length also same. Then what to do? Again the question arises, how to make equivalent energy that bond, equivalent energy, same size, same length, then how to do? Then here hybridization process is utilized. I told what is hybridization? Hybridization means mixing of atomic orbitals having different energy level, and after the redistribution of energy, equivalent energy in a new orbital, and that is orbital is called hybrid orbital, and the process is called hybridization. When new hybrid orbital is formed, you will see what orbitals are used, how many orbitals are used. Then if the process is going on, you will see what is the structure of the hybridization and hybrid orbital. Now, in this case, that is carbon, how hybridization takes place, s orbital was 1 electron, px is also 1 electron, py, pz also containing 1 electron each. Now, they will combine here, see, s, px, py, pz having each electron each. Each orbital has one electron. Now hybridization takes place. They all combine. Then come to redistribution process. Now see here, after combination you can find the two orbitals. There come one side, one orbital, and this is shape is tetrahedral shape. And shape is tetrahedral shape. And now here you can find that is this is sp3 hybridization, and here each orbital is called sp3 hybrid orbital, and each orbital sp3 hybrid orbital contain one electron each. This electron also called sp3 hybrid orbital electron. Now here, after that, after forming hybridization sp3 hybrid orbital, it undergoes overlapping with other. Suppose it is methane, it will overlap, this electron will overlap with electron of hydrogen, s electron. Similarly here also s electron of hydrogen, and they form bonds which are equivalent. Now you can find here the length and the size and energy are equivalent. Now next we proceed how the overlapping takes place of carbon. You write it should be carbon hybridization and carbon sp3 hybrid orbital to form methane. In methane molecule, that carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. The carbon sp3 hybridization means each orbital is called sp3 hybrid orbital. And how many orbitals? 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are present in carbon for the formation of methane. Now here in excited state I told also 1 electron in 2s orbital and 3 electrons, that is 1 orbital of each px, py, pz containing 1 electron. And now these 4 undergoes hybridization. They combine s, px, py, pz, though s orbital has lower energy and px, py, pz has higher energy, they combine and undergoes hybridization. And after that you can see by a orbital also, this is s orbital, this is px, py and pz, and all combination, all the orbitals, how many orbitals? 4 orbital. One is, that is 2s orbital, other 3 are px, py, pz, and they form sp3 hybrid orbitals. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sp3 hybrids are formed, and that is the structure of tetrahedral structure. That means above and below you can observe how the structure is possible for sp3 hybridization. Here some orbitals are away from the observer and someone near to observer, and after that you can say methane is formed. Methane can be formed by the overlapping of sp3 hybrid orbital of that carbon with hydrogen. Hydrogen, you know that having one s orbital having one hydrogen. So overlapping with hydrogen, where hydrogen having s orbital, one s orbital, that is spherical symmetrical. Now this is the spherical symmetrical of hydrogen. Each one is the spherical symmetrical indicate the hydrogen, that is 1s, and how many electron containing, that this one, this indicates hydrogen, and hydrogen 1s, and this indicate what, that means sp3 of carbon, sp3 orbital, hybrid orbital, sp3 mean sp3 hybrid orbital carbon. Now see, overlapping takes place. These 4 hydrogens of 1s orbital overlapped. Then what happened? They form sigma bond. Very important. Here you should know all are sigma bonds. And how many sigma bonds? That is 4. And what is the overlapping? The overlapping is sp3s overlapping. What is the name? Overlapping sp3s. sp3 mean of carbon, s mean of hydrogen. So here this is the tetrahedral structure where 109 degree 5 minutes. So here that is 4 bonds are there and structure is tetrahedral. Here I have not written, so you should remember tetrahedral. So four sigma bonds, and sigma bonds, how they form overlapping of sp3 and s. And what is sp3 of carbon? S of hydrogen, and 4 bonds overlapping takes place. Here written sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon with s orbital of hydrogen, and this is the dot, that is sp3 of carbon, and that one indicates the hydrogen 1s. So again try to understand. Here I have started only from excited state. Already I have given that ground state. After excitation state, here you will see hybridization takes place, because if you will proceed here to form bond, then the bonds have different energy and that they are not equivalent. But actually experimentally it is fine, it is known that having equivalent energy, length also same. So that is why hybridization word came. Hybridization, after hybridization each orbital is called sp3 hybrid orbital, and overlapping, after that overlapping takes place with hydrogen. How many? 4 hydrogen. This hydrogen and sp3 carbon overlapping, it forms tetrahedral structure, and the angle that is 109 degree 5 minutes, and this is 4 bonds that are sigma bonds. So simply they are very inactive, and also they are single bonds, and this methane undergoes saturated hydrocarbon, that is alkane. You know alkanes are very inactive, they are called also paraffins. Now I hope it is clear that how the methane is formed and what are the hybridization takes place here, what are the type of bonds formed, how the overlapping takes place. All things I hope it is clear to you, and hope in a coming video I will explain ethene and ethyne, which are very are also ethane. It is methane completed. Ethane, ethene, ethyne. These three are very important. I will discuss about these three hybridization, and hope you will subscribe my channel BL Das, short and sweet in chemistry. Thanks again to all for watching my video.